What is going on, everybody? It is Kevin of Base Legend, and we are checking out a really cute one that I can't seem to put down. The game is called Firefly Village, and the best way I can explain this to you is it's like Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, reduced into the most cute casual game I've seen in a long time. And I'm not exaggerating. You're going to see exactly what I mean. The seasons in this game are 7 days. That's it. And so that means that you only have 28 days in total in an entire year to get everything done. But the best part about it is there's like no deadlines. There's really no challenge. It's ultra cute. It's ultra casual. And I've already done the first year to get things going. Typically, I go through like the tutorial in these. I didn't want to do that this time. We're diving right into the actual game here. In year one, year 2 now. As you can see, I'm on day 29, and I got just over 11,000 in gold. Here it is. This is Firefly Village. And again, it is a super cute game. The mechanics are very similar to Stardew, to all the other different games that are in this farming sim, casual farming variety. The difference is this one is definitely a more casual game. It's super laid back. And so, as you can see, everything's super automated. Everything's really easy. My dog's judging my life choices there. But yeah, it's kind of hard to explain this one past what I've already said. It's, again, just really relaxing, but it's super addicting too. And I think that's probably the coolest part about it. Wow, that's 2 rare ambers in here. Normally, I have to wait a long time before I find rare amber. I already got one in my chest here. So we'll put another one here. And I have some eggplants left over. Unlike other games like Stardew Valley and things like that, the seeds just kind of keep going and going. So there's no like lockout except for winter. And so I can just plant those there, even though those are fall seeds. Let's head on over into the village already here. Check the board. Need a shimmer stone for Celia. Not a problem. I like how the shop operates too, because every single day you get 3 to 4 things. It starts with 4, but if you've bought a lot of the tools, then you don't get all that stuff. But it's all randomized and stuff like that. All right, let's get our spring scarecrow. We haven't bought that yet. And so the randomization kind of makes you have to check the store every single day. I got an achievement for throwing 100 coins or $100 worth, 100 gold in there. And so I want to see if I can kind of push that a little bit further. All right, let's get all these other just forageables out, and then we'll head on back to the farm here. It's already noon on the first day. And so time is a ticking. These forageables are so fewer and far between in fall and winter. And so I want to make sure I get as many of these as possible. Just kind of get my money situation situated. I tried to get 15 grand during the winter so I could unlock an upgrade for my watering can, but I ended up falling just a little bit short by about 4 grand there. All right, so let's go ahead and get these turnips in here. And then some potatoes. So unfortunately, we have to do the watering can the old-fashioned way, which is still super quick. As I said, like, it's a super casual game. And so you don't really need to think too hard about it. You just kind of need to do the stuff you need to do. Let's go in a whole circle here. I'm finding that to actually be a little bit easier and even a little bit faster than it already is. But like, as far as farming sims go, I wouldn't say that it's close to the whole sim side of things, because like you don't have to fill up your watering can, nothing ever breaks on you, that type of thing. Casual, awesome. Yeah, great game. And again, I've been playing it for like the past couple hours. And then I was like, oh yeah, I need to film a video about this one. That's right. And just to show you kind of like how casual it actually is. Wood doesn't take any space in the inventory, neither does stone, which I think is pretty cool. And I've already unlocked a lot of the stuff that you need to unlock, but I know I haven't built any upgrades or any upgrades to my house just yet. And I can put a kitchen in. So there's no like tool switching or anything like that. Tools aren't in your inventory, unlike Stardew Valley. In fact, this is what the inventory looks like. It's about the simplest inventory a simulation game can have. But I mean, again, it's the same game loop as every other farming sim you've ever been a part of, minus catching 2 old boots in a row. That's not something that we normally deal with. Man, that's a lot of rare butterflies today. They must be out in abundance because it's the first day of spring here. All right, so let's go ahead, see what other fish we can catch here. Be cool if I could get at least 1 cool fish. I've already caught all the fish. There's a limited amount of fish per season to catch. They're all right here. The rainbow trout, I've only caught one of those. Once you catch them all, you do. I'm not trying to drop any spoilers or anything like that, but try to get that achievement. That's a cool achievement to get. And then we do have this mine over here, which I think this is kind of cool. There's slimes in the mine, just like a lot of other games, right? Like Stardew and stuff like that. But if I touch a slime, you just get out. Like they just kick you out to the front. That's it. There's no health. And so it's a great way of just kind of leaving the mine with your whole inventory intact. Casual games can be fun too, and I appreciate this one. All right, so we made 1,800 that day. Not bad. We could do better. But there you go. Just one day, 5 minutes. That's all it is. So you can effectively do an entire year super, super quick in this game. Like an entire year in this game only takes like 35 minutes in total, which that's awesome. Like if you're familiar with Stardew Valley, it takes like between 10 to 20 minutes to do every single day, depending on what you're doing in the day. Like if you're fishing, your days can take ridiculously long because the game pauses every single time you catch a fish, or hook a fish rather. So you've seen every single location inside of the game except for like inside a couple of the shops. Another shimmering stone. It's not worth the time. One sec. But yeah, some of those are worth the time. Some of them are definitely not. Again, I'm just going to keep throwing money in this, assuming that eventually we're going to get even more achievements from it. That's my problem. If you give me an achievement for throwing 100 gold into a well, my brain immediately goes, what do I get for 1,000? You know? So I'm not going to sit there and drop 1,000 gold in, but still. So yeah, I think this is the last area that I didn't go to already yesterday, is just this little side area there. It's pretty cool. And then also there's some love interests that you can get in this game and like become good friends with people. I'm trying to romance this girl named Tilly. She's the person who like sells you your house when you first move in. If I see her, I'll, actually it's raining, so she'll be inside. Let's go give her a strawberry. It's her dad. And then this is the guy who's, you know what, let's go ahead and do it because it doesn't look like the watering can's going to pop up until winter again. So we'll go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and upgrade our house here. Perfect. What up, Tilly? This is the girl I'm trying to romance. All right, let's see. Give you a gift. How about a strawberry? Nice. The other cool thing is if you give gifts, they get these like icons over their head, right? And then you never have to worry about like, oh, did I give this person a gift or whatever? Those icons will just kind of stay there until the next day. And the same thing's true with like your animals and your pet. And so you don't have to worry about that like double up that you do in Stardew Valley sometimes, where you're like, you're about ready to go to sleep and you're like, oh, did I check my chickens? And then you have to run back into your chicken coop. There's not really any of that today. Let's fill this with one more thing. There we go, strawberry. Anything up here? There's a flower up there. All right, so we're going to come back, get a couple more forageables, get a couple more fish before the end of the day. We did just spend 10 Gs, but we upgraded our house, which I'm pretty excited about that. This is the upgrade. It's just the first upgrade of the house, and I think according to what he says, this one gives you a kitchen, which I mean, that's pretty common for a farming sim. So it looks like a lot of this was inspired from like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, like all of those different fun, cute farming simulators. I think a lot of people, when they look at games like this, they just go, oh man, you're just cloning Stardew, you're just cloning Harvest Moon. And it's like, no, it's this one has kind of stood out on its own. There's elements that overlap for sure, but like, I don't know. I get this vibe that this would play so well on mobile. Like, I'd sit here and play this on my mobile, you know, I'd play this on my phone all the time, or at least an iPad. Let's get this one too. Fishing in this versus fishing in Stardew Valley. Oh my God, night and day different. And as you can see, there's like no bar or anything. It's super clean, super casual, but it works really, really well for what you have to do. So it's more of like a time challenge. Because if you haven't noticed, if you look up at the clock, which, yeah, clock's this way. Look up at the clock over that way, right? I missed a fish. Whoops. You'll notice that the increments are going up in 30 minutes. We're not going up in 10 minutes, but the time that it takes us to go from 0 to 30 minutes is approximately the same time that it takes you in Stardew Valley to go from like 10 minutes. And so the trade-off is pretty impressive. At least I think it is. I don't know. Maybe I get excited about kind of silly stuff. That tends to be the case. All right, so we're already on our third day here. Sell this stuff. Only 1,200 that day. That's fine. I think we're going to have some eggplants harvesting today. There we go. Look at this kitchen upgrade right here. Try cooking. Interact with the stove. Any item from your inventory to cook with it. Okay. And then there's the recipes. Nice. I like that. This is a basket for winning the egg hunt, and that's just some flowers. Yeah. All right. Well, this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get our forageables around the farm. Nothing in our cave. What up, animals? Good to see you guys. I do love the mayonnaise and the cheese makers. How you just go up to them one time, you press the buttons, and that's it. Okay. So it's not eggplants today. It's turnips. That's what we're going to get is turnips, which is fine. Still a good amount of money coming in. I do love how you also catch butterflies as a quick way of making money. Rare one. The purple ones are worth like 200 gold. Yeah, super nifty when you find one of those. Okay. Come back for the rest of those. Cool. Already up to 1,200. Okay. So now I didn't buy any seeds yet. And so I'm kind of curious what kind of seeds we're going to find at the market today. But I'm kind of just hoping every single day they give you 2 seeds and then 2 items. And so far I've only gotten seeds. That made no sense. Don't know what I was trying to say. And so far I've bought a lot of the tools. And so really all I've been seeing in there lately is seeds and the occasional decoration. So, all right, we got one more thing of seeds to go get. So let's go take care of that. I keep feeling, and like I did this for the whole first year. That's a flower. I keep trying to go and fill my watering can, but you don't need to do that. All right, need a rare butterfly. Oh, I wish I didn't sell the rare butterfly. All right, so we'll do potatoes. Wait, I think I actually, no, not a potato. Not a potato. We're going to do 3 more turnips. And the reason being is because I'm already growing potatoes. All right, come on. 10 gold. Let's go. I'm hoping we get something else for that. I don't know if we ever will, but I'm going to keep trying. Bag is full. Should have sold some stuff. All right, so we need a rare butterfly to give to Tilly. And as I said, the rare butterflies are worth like 200, right? But if you give it to somebody as part of a quest, why did I buy 3? I didn't need to buy 3 of those. If you give it to somebody as part of a quest, you don't need, or you get paid 3 times the amount. And so I think I might start holding on to rare butterflies, at least like I'm doing with the rare amber, because the rare amber is worth the exact same amount as the butterflies. Trying to think about how to maximize profits. Which is funny. They even say inside of the game's tutorial, they're like, there's no deadlines. There's nothing challenging here. You can take your time. And ever since day 1, I've just been like, all right, let's go maximize those profits. Let's go. Let's get it done. All right. So I guess there's no waiting, right? Hey, Tilly. How you doing? Here, you can have a leek. Congratulations for your leek. Strawberry. There we go. So I'm looking for another one of those purple butterflies. Not a white one, a purple one. If I can find one, it's an extra 600 gold, and that would be super helpful right now. I'm not going to bother with fishing because there's some other forageables over in the other. There we go. Rare butterfly. Perfect. 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 All right, let's go get this to Tilly, and then we'll rush over to the city real quick, or the town. That's not even a city. It's like 3 buildings. Yeah, there we go. Give me that money. Perfect. So one of the things that's super silly about this game, though, is when you get to the festivals, you realize how many people are actually in this village. There's Tobias and his daughter Tilly. Then there's Meadow, and she works over at the library. There's Odin, who like wanders the wilderness over where Tilly lives. I don't remember the name of the lady who runs the animal place, but I want to say it starts with an M as well. But this one right here, I don't remember what her name is. And then there's Leo inside of the shop here. And that's it. Oh, and Celia, the witch down below. But it's like 6 people in total. That's it. That is everybody who is living in Firefly Village. It is the smallest village in the world, and then you become like member number 8 or whatever. So I think we're actually going to see it because today is the Egg Festival. So the Egg Festival is kind of fun, but unlike a lot of the festivals in Stardew or Harvest Moon, like you go to a specific location and that's it. Get that butterfly. Man, I really should have grabbed some more crops. That's unfortunate. Just realized that I don't have enough seeds. I got only, actually, I think I might have. We'll see. We'll see what's about to happen here. But you can't go into the shops on Harvest Festival days. And so I know that I put some seeds inside of my storage chest, which you can only put 6 items in a storage chest. That's a fun one when you find that out. And you can only get 1 storage chest. So they've limited a lot of the stuff that Stardew Valley allowed you to like customize your farm. But again, it's kind of supposed to be that way. And I like it. I like that kind of change. It changes the type of challenge, if that makes sense. But anyway, so I like this festival. You have to go around and find 20 of these eggs about, and they can just be all over the world. I've never actually checked in here for them before, but that's kind of cool. And so then once you find them, you get like a reward and stuff like that. Okay, unfortunately though, yeah, see? So I only got the one here. And I don't want to plant it because if I plant it, it's going to like throw all of my crops off. So we'll just harvest this tomorrow and then basically redo all of my crops. Come on now. So we have 11 more eggs to find real fast. Doesn't take long to find them. Just kind of got to look around. But we should go down here first because dude's waiting for us over in the town square. I wish that I could go around and collect butterflies outside and like get paid 200 gold every single time I find one. Make life a little bit easier. Or would it? Like capturing butterflies, it's easy, but it's also kind of difficult. Butterfly population has been depleting. That was a waste of space. Commons don't sell for that well. But then again, if I'm picking up like flowers and stuff. All right, we definitely got enough. So let's go ahead and head on back and get the last two inside of the square, even if they were down there. I made the mistake the first year of seeing if you would get any extra for like harvesting more than 20, and you don't, but they still let you do it. And so we might as well just kind of spare ourselves the frustration. Okay, there we go. Yay. Oh, wow, we got money this year. Kind of wish you gave me money last year. I needed it last year. Oh, man, my bag's full already. All right, no worries. Let's give Tilly a flower. Strawberry. Nice. All right, what am I looking for today? All right, Celia. Let's go find Celia. Are you here or are you down by your house? There she is. What up, girl? Nice. Sweet. All right, can I fit more? All right, now we're full. So I guess I'm going to go to sleep early tonight because I don't have enough crops to keep going and sleep. I'm going to actually cook something with a radish today. Let's see what happens. In fact, we're going to start off the day by doing that. Or a turnip, not a radish. Got some roasted turnips for 70. Okay. What does a turnip normally sell for? So I think I can cook 3 a day. So hang on, let's grab some eggs. I doubt cooking a flour is going to do anything. But let's get some mayonnaise, some cheese, apricot, and strawberry here. Anything in here? Yeah, just some shimmer stones. There's no like metalworking or anything like that, like other farming simulators. Like you don't find copper and the different types of ores. But I still think that this is a pretty cool way of doing it, right? All right, so I think it said that we get 3 recipes a day. Yeah, so we get to cook. Okay, so that's nothing. That's nothing. We'll have to come back for that. All right, so we need to get to the shop. That's also something that needs to happen. Tomorrow, I'm going to try an egg and just milk because I feel like that's something that I'm also lacking on is just regular old ingredients. And I've already maybe cooked them, potentially processed them into something else. Might as well get that extra 30. All right, so we got 8,200 bucks. Let's go ahead and get some more stuff here. Shimmerstone. Yeah. So 2 cabbage, potatoes. We're going to get 3 of these. What up, Tilly? I don't have anything for Tilly, right? Yeah, I don't have anything yet. Yeah, there you go. You can have a leek, Tilly. Yeah, that leek. Be grateful that you got a leek, Tilly. Anything back here? Just this flower. Flower better give me so much. All right, so we got a lot of plants to crop. A lot of plants to crop. We got a lot of crops to plant. There we go. And so let's go ahead and get back here and get focused. Get our last one out of here. Love it. Okay, so we'll go cabbage, potato. That middle top one will do the turnips here. So with how I'm growing, I do actually need to start stockpiling crops. So starting tomorrow, I'll buy just whatever they have, 2 of whatever. So that way I don't run into this situation again and they can kind of keep the crops rotating more. Because that's really what you're supposed to do because you are only getting 2 options every day. So if all 3 of them like happen onto the same day, you're kind of SOL. You got to find something else to do. Probably shouldn't say that in the video. You're probably just not going to have a good time. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rethink how I'm buying seeds and start keeping some stockpile. And done. Man, I still got a little time to burn. Go ahead and head down a little bit. I haven't bothered going fishing in so long. Here, actually, is there another upgrade that I can be working towards? All right, new kitchen ready to use. Yep. Perfect. Cool. Yeah, let's see what other upgrades we got. A beautiful raised platform. Yeah. Okay. That is very expensive. All right, no way. 25 grand for that. And I need a lot of wood and stone. All right, so I'm back to harvesting wood, which I haven't done in a very, very long time. I'm not too worried about making the money right now because the money will come in time. And actually, it'll happen a lot faster. 25 grand shouldn't be that long to make. I think the part of it that's going to make the most frustration here is going to be getting all this wood. That is a lot of wood. 100 wood, and you get 3 every single time you find one of those nodes, and you do actually chop it down, which I haven't been chopping it down. How much do I have? I have 54, so that's a saving grace right there. I already have a little bit. All right, let's head on back for right now. I think there might be one more at my farm. Maybe. No. Oh, there's one. Okay. All right, and then we'll also start working on getting the stone every single day, which is something that I've been neglecting doing, but there's 5 right there, so in theory, that'll take about a year to get if I go at that pace. Okay, and 1600 and spring day 5 in the books. Here's spring day 6. So there's only 2 days left in spring. This game goes quick. Yeah, nice. It's raining. Love that. Love that it's raining. Fantastic. That means that I get to spend more time getting forageables and all the other stuff. Animals are in the barn, so let's go take care of that. Got it. And again, don't have to wait for them to process. You just instantly make everything. Oh, wait, I said I was going to... I messed up there. I said that I was going to use those to cook with, and I instead did not do that. Well, I think I have a strawberry and an apricot in my inventory this time around. And so if that is the case, yep. Let's head on in here and see if we can cook with those. Nice. Berry jam. Look at that. It looks delicious. We'll go ahead and save our last 2 for a second here. We got 130 for the jam versus 50 for the strawberry. I'll take that. Yeah, there's an apricot. You know what? Let's go catch a fish. That's what we're going to do for the last one here. Let's go catch a fish. Bam. Right there. Come on now. Perfect. Dewdrop minnow. I feel like a minnow isn't going to be that substantial of a meal. So let's head on down here and see if we can find another fish that's not a minnow, you know? What do we got? A boot. That's not going to help anything. All right, there's dinner right here. Come on, what do you got for me? What do you got? Another minnow. All right, no worries, no worries. If I can't find one by the time I get back and I check the other side of this area, then we'll go ahead and cook up one of these minnows. But let's see what the other side has. Also got those leeks. That's not a bad one. There we go. An April trout. Why not, right? See what else we can find down here. Oh, don't fill up on boots and you'll be all right. See what this last little bit is. Ooh, and a sturgeon. All right, so we're going to actually get rid of these 2 flowers in exchange for a leek and an apricot. Skip that strawberry for now. Be cool if you could get more than 3 charges with your kitchen here. But I mean, guess I understand. All right, let's go with leeks. No? Okay. Apricots. Nice. Apricot tart went up 40. Take that. Trout sashimi. That's probably going to be the case for every single one of our ingredients here. At least for cooking, right? Nice. All right, onward. Probably didn't need to go to sleep that early, but whatever. Last day of spring. So let's get it done. So again, I got crops out, but I'm not worried about it because the stuff that I have out, like, I'll be okay. It's not going to wither away between seasons, which makes it really, really, really cool. Like, it makes it really clean to do this. All right, so we got a little bit of food, but I think I've already done the radishes, right? Or the turnips? Yeah, I've already done turnips. That's a waste. So I need to go get something to put in that hole here. But let's try milk and eggs today without adjusting them. So far, it looks like the biggest bang for the buck is the strawberries. Like cooking out the strawberries and taking them from 50 to 130 and increasing the value by 80. Because turnips, they only went up by 40. Sashimi, I actually didn't see the value change. But I'm worried that depending on what the sashimi is, you might not be able to use it. Okay, so I'm only going to grab one of the eggs, one of the milks. There we go. Let's go see if we can cook with these before we turn them into anything. Fried egg, look at that. Nothing on the milk. Okay. So what's the price difference on the fried egg versus a regular egg and then also mayonnaise? Let's figure that out. So we got 50 on the egg. I actually didn't see what the fried egg was. I didn't read it that quick enough. I've spent a lot of time doing this stuff. Let's keep it moving. So pretty much it's cooking makes things better. That's just how I need to look at it. Cooking just makes things better. Wait, what was that? Yeah, swallowtail. All right, whatever. So let's go ahead and get two of those. Toss our 10 gold in today. Let's get a second cow while we're at it. Marta, that's her name. All right, let's do it. And this cow will be called Cowie, original. All right, so there you go. We now have a cow. And I do love how there's like no new tools that you need to buy when you get your animals and stuff like that. It's just like Oh, you want cows? Okay, here's your cow. Now go take care of your cow. She's waiting for you at your farm. You don't need to feed her. You don't need to do anything. She's just there. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned that, and if you haven't picked up on it yet, but we don't need to take care of our animals, like past just talking to them every single day and getting the harvestable. That's it. Wait, no, I messed up. Okay, there we go. I bought 1 to plant and then 2 to stockpile, so I better do this right. Wish I got that upgrade during winter of year 1. If you're playing, make sure you save up 15 grand by the time you get to winter for that first upgrade. It is worthwhile. Oops, that's the one that we're looking for. I don't actually know how worthwhile it is, but just anything to speed up the watering process of your plants, it's worthwhile. All right, well, here it is. We've already made it to summer. It's the first day of summer about ready to happen. I'm past holding on to these rare ambers. Let's get the 200 for each. Got about a couple hours left before it's time to call it. Let's check for any forageables that are out and about, like this 10 gold flower up here. All right, so I don't know if I used all of my things so far. So let's bring back a couple things and see if I can use them in the kitchen. At bare minimum, at least a strawberry would be cool. There we go. Come on, just to give me something. Because I know I did the fried egg today, but I don't think I did 2 others. Or maybe I did the roasted turnips too. I'm not sure. But it would be cool to at least try a couple more recipes before we call it. All right, well, 3 minnows isn't really great eating, but it's better than nothing. 72 on those, 32 on the other. All right, last fish I'm grabbing. Oops, that's the wrong spot. Last fish I'm grabbing, then heading back to the base. That's right, we called it a base. Heading back to the farm. Man, just nothing but minnows. Nothing but these dewdrop minnows. Doesn't really help us, but whatever. All right, and here we go. I need to talk to my dog still. Yeah, some sashimi. Okay, so yeah, it does kind of turn it into anything, I guess, right? I'm holding on to a flower to see if I can cook with a flower. All right, and here we are into summer. So you get sunflowers in summer. And that's my girl's favorite flower. So I'm pretty excited about it. Can't do anything with that? Nope. Okay, fantastic. Look at all these potatoes. Still got a little while on these cabbage though. Let me phrase that actually. I think those cabbage will be done by tomorrow, along with those turnips. And we got 2 cabbages inside of 2 cabbage seed packs, rather inside of the chest in the house, and then 2 radishes. So this should time out pretty well. Small part of me almost doesn't want to do it today and plant these potatoes just yet and keep. I guess I could just do it on the. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it on the bottom. Love getting the 2 cheese now. It's very, very nice. Okay. All right, so hold on to a potato. Yeah, baked potato time. Look at that. Delicious baked potato. Okay, so we got to replace it with at least one thing here. So let's go ahead and take care of that. I feel like I should have given her my baked potato instead of just one of those. All right, who needs what? Anything easy? Sunray guppy? Don't want to deal with that. I think she said the reward was 60. No. That means that it sells for only 20. Not worth it. All right, head on into the shop. There's the scarecrow we still need to get, so we'll get that. And we're going to buy 2 tomatoes, 2 corns. Get out of here. So I'm thinking we'll do corn in the place over here. And then this we're not going to touch today. And then tomorrow we'll do both the turnips and the cabbage. And we got these tomatoes just kind of sitting and waiting in the wings. All right, cool. I'm going to break 2 grand today. Did I check the cave? I don't know if I checked the cave. Looks like we only got 1 more scarecrow to get to. Yeah, I definitely did not check the cave if there's a spirit shard down here. Those are the ones that sell for the most out of the ores or whatever you want to call these that you readily find. There's also this one called Rare Amber that sells for 200, but you only find it a little bit. I need to water those. Silly me. All right, let's head on down here and see if there's anything worthwhile to see. Yeah, there's a sunflower here. Grab that. So I'm pretty sure that's the only real addition. Is like it's still the same stuff that you find when you're doing the summer or the spring stuff, but you can now find sunflowers, and that's like the only addition, which is unfortunate. I wish I didn't give Tilly a regular flower. She really likes the sunflower variety. She likes the sunflower as opposed to just regular flowers. Oh man. All right, I'm pretty sure I'm like almost full, right? Yeah, just 2 more spots. Not much inventory in this space. like, oops, that was dumb. There's not much inventory available on your character at all. I want to do something, just something. Nice. No, nothing. All right, fine. We'll get one of these then. My bag was full, or almost going to be full, like on the next thing. And so I figured just like get one more thing, but all that was in there was those shimmering stones. That was kind of a weird, it never happened like that before. Typically, you just kind of keep going. I was kind of waiting for a cutscene or something. All right, so we got 2 left. Sunflower seeds, like that. Didn't really do much there. Do that tart, I guess. Okay, sell this junk real fast. But anyway, guys, like I've been saying, this is the game that I can't play nonstop. You literally, this has been a whole season. We're in summer day 2 now, and it's just one of those games where it's endless. It's just endless, and the loop is satisfying. But unlike Stardew Valley, it's not a stressful loop. Like, and there's no like rush to anything. You can take your time with literally every aspect of it to make this kind of your farm, your world. And I love that. I love kind of the custom creativity that is also a little constrained. So you can't go completely crazy, because that's the reason why Stardew Valley is just the way it is it's so over the top with you can do anything on your farm. Like if you have the ability to build it on your farm and you can put it in a place, you'll make it work. And so yeah, that's kind of my thought process about this. It's gorgeous. It's fun. It's super addicting, actually. Like I've been playing it for the past few hours now. And even as I'm trying to sign off on today's video, I'm even sitting here just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, like let's just keep talking for a second so that way I can finish a couple more things here. But either way, guys, like check this one out. I actually like typically I'm like, oh, if you want to check this one out, the video or the link to the Steam page is in the bio or the description, yada, yada, yada. No, like legit, check this one out. This one's actually really fun. And I think that it's worthy of your attention and your time. And I hope that kind of they expand it out. It's super cute. But either way, guys, you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.